Here we find a 3D stick figure who is really a detective hunting for a rogue uranium atom that is causing havoc in the nearby city. He believes that the uranium is posing as the element holmium and wants to expose the uranium as an imposter.
Hello there, Holmium. I've got a mind to take you back to the station and ask you a few questions to see if you're the element we're looking for. Come with me. Okay, Holmium, I'm gonna ask you a few questions that any true Holmium atom should know. Now then, you just answer, and if you get it wrong, then you're gonna go into the slammer. Got it? Question 1. In what year were you discovered?
You kid me. I was discovered clearly in 1878.
Correct. But can you tell me who discovered you?
It is simple. I was discovered by J.L. Sorre and Marc de la Fontaine. And the first person to isolate me, if you may ask, was Père Theodore Cleve.
Right again. But can you tell me how you're classified on the periodic table of elements, Holmium?
Yes, I am a rare earth lanthanide, which is of course a metal.
Right again. So tell me, what is the source that you are most obtained from?
Yes, I am not found uncombined in nature, but I can be obtained from the compounds monazite, bastonesite, and gadolinite.
Correct. Now tell me, where do you get your name Holmium from?
You make me laugh. It is clear. I got my name from my discoverer's hometown, Stockholm, Sweden, Holmia. It was discovered here too.
That brings me to my final question. How much were you sold for last?
Well, when you change around the fractions a little bit, it comes out to $740 for 100 grams of me.
Fine, you've passed my little test, but let's see what an expert makes out of you. These are my two scientist experts. They'll know whether you're the real deal, Holmium. So, just wait while they examine you.
The two scientists quickly examined the holmium to see if, in fact, he was truly holmium.
Well, Detective, he really does fit the bill for being a holmium element. He has 67 protons, 98 neutrons, and 67 electrons, and an atomic mass of 165, making his atomic number 67. Of course, this is in his neutral, non-isotope form. These truly do fit the bill of a holmium element. Also, he has 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 in the L shell, 18 in the M shell, 29 in the N shell, 8 in the O shell, 2 in the P shell, and his Q shell does not exist. This is, I have deduced, truly a holmium element.
Well then, since it doesn't seem like we can prove you to be not a holmium atom, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions just to see if you'll crack. Come back over here. Holmium, what are some of your uses?
Well, I am used in alloys, I am used in electronics, magnets, and also nuclear control rods. One of the reasons that holmium is good for these uses is that it has a great number of unpaired electrons, which makes it very magnetic. It is the most magnetic element.
Very good, you're right again. Now tell me, do you have any biological role?
Very little. I am one of the elements found least in the human body, but I may be able to stimulate metabolism. Well, by this point the detective was stumped, believing that the element was truly holmium. However, had he been more observant, he would have realized that the element clearly wasn't silvery white, like a true holmium sample when pure and not oxidized is. Here's some more information about the element holmium. Holmium is symbolized HO and has the atomic number of 67 on the periodic table. On the periodic table, it is in the 6th period, or 6th row. Holmium has 4 known isotopes. There are approximately 400,000 tons of holmium on Earth. Mainly, they are located and mined in China, the United States, Brazil, India, Sri Lanka, and Australia, all below the Earth's crust. At room temperature, holmium is a solid, has luster, is ductile, and is malleable, along with being silvery white when not oxidized and in its pure form. Depending on the lighting, when holmium oxidizes, its color can change from tan to red-orange. In moist or hot air, holmium oxidizes very quickly. It reacts slowly in cold water, but it can react very quickly with hot water. It also reacts with all halogen elements. Holmium is not radioactive and occurs naturally. Holmium's melting point is 1734 Kelvin, or 1461 degrees Celsius. Its boiling point is 2993 degrees Kelvin, or 2720 degrees Celsius. Finally, holmium has a density of 8.8 grams per cubic centimeter.